But the challenge with money is a real simple one. See, this seminar is about billionaire in training. It's not about being training to be a millionaire, it's about training to go for billionaire. Because here's the thing, it's a waste of time me trying to teach you how to make $1 million. It's very easy to make $1 million. Put aside 10% of your money for the rest of your life, retire at 65, die at 68. You're a millionaire, congratulations, well done. See, you guys, that is funny, by the way, okay? It's not funny to those who are living it, but it's funny to those on the other side of it type thing. So you sit down and you start thinking about what is the difference. Well, if you shoot for billionaire status and you only end up with 10 million, is that okay? By the way, this is a conversation between us here tonight. This is not me talking, this is all of us participating. Here's the thing about learning. If you don't participate, you don't remember anything. If you don't remember anything, you don't use anything. If you don't use anything, you don't make any more money. So is it a good idea to participate, yes or no? Yes. Thank you. My God, you guys are tough. Okay, sorry for walking out of camera for the live streaming people. See, this whole thing about it, and I remember it as a kid. I was watching a TV advertisement as a kid, and it was a guy comes home to his wife, and he walks in the door and he says, "Honey, I'm super fit. The doctor says I'll live till I'm 90. And she looks at him, dead set, her face just drops, and like you can see she's panicked. She says, I don't think we can afford for you to live till you're 90. And the problem with that is that everyone lives that same strategy. They think that money is about save up enough money, build up enough money that you've got enough savings and then you can stop working and retire. First time I retired in my life, I was actually 26 years of age. Do you think I was pretty happy with life at that, yes or no? Yeah, I was super happy with life retired at 26. In fact, I made my first million at age 22. I'd made my first million by 22, and I thought I was a genius. How good would you think you were at 22 if you'd made your first million? I was a genius in my own mind. Okay, but here's the challenge. The universe decided to change the strategy on me and trip me up, and all of a sudden at 22 and a half, I'd lost my first $1.5 million. And so that was a really interesting time for me. I got to do amazing things like move back in with my parents. Have you ever done that, by the way? You've had to move back in. It was like, losing the money was easy compared to having to move back with mom. You know, I love my mom to death, but my God, did I get lectures about how risky being in business for yourself was and all of these things. See, my challenge tonight is not to teach you to be a millionaire, it's to teach you to go way beyond that, to go much further than that. Now, I've had students that I've been teaching this stuff for 22 years. I got an email 4 weeks ago from Jamie Johnson, a student of mine in Melbourne, Australia, just sold his company for $115 million. Now you think about that, I've created a centimillionaire. He's not quite a billionaire yet, but I reckon that guy will get there. He's in his mid-40s, 115 for that company. He'll keep growing and he'll do a bunch of things. Even actually same week, I got an email from Marty, two young guys, been my students 14 years in Adelaide, South Australia, Marty and Ben, and they just did a real estate deal that netted them $80 million out of the deal for themselves. Marty's he's a water skier, barefoot water skier. He's now actually doing a new development, which is a 1 mile long lake. It has 2 sides to it, putting houses all around it, and it's only sold to water skiers. And out of that, he'll make about $15 million out of the deal, but he'll get his own house for free, and he'll build an entire water ski, a clubhouse, which has a bar and restaurant that he'll just happen to own as well. You start thinking about what is your goal and what level are you aiming for, and the challenge is for most people, they think they want to retire, they want a comfortable retirement. And the problem with comfortable retirement is if you miss your goal, what do you end up with? Uncomfortable retirement. The majority of human beings on this planet today, what age are they retiring? How many of you know they've just tried to push the retirement age? You know, you start thinking about it, the retirement age is 65, but what are the majority of people doing? Working. And if you think if you think that Social Security is going to help, how much money is left in Social Security right now? Nothing. They've borrowed it all, not put any back, and not paid any interest on all the borrowings of Social Security. So even though you've put money in, it's not there. So you've got to do this on your own. And that's the simple fact behind it. So I only have one rule at my seminars. It's a pretty simple rule. Very easy. I'm Australian, so what's my rule in life? All call it out for me so you remember it. You've got to have some. Okay, normally the word fun is like an enjoyable word. It's not like you're in pain to call it out type thing. I mean, it's like, normally you'll smile. I get it. I was in, where was it in England? Southampton. And getting them to call out fun, like getting the English to call out anything is really hard work. But getting them to say fun, they're sitting there in their chairs like, fun. And it's just like, come on, you guys. And being Australian, we're allowed to, you know, stir up the English a little bit. And I said, come on, you guys. I know you sent all the fun people to Australia 200 years ago, but at least enjoy the night with me. Now, for those of you who don't get that joke, that was us convicts that were sent to Australia, all right? The English didn't really like being that part of it. See, why fun? I'll tell it to you very simply. If you're not enjoying your or your money. In fact, how many of you do own your own business in the room? Let me just see a show of hands of business owners. Fantastic. Those who work for someone else, where are you guys and gals sitting? Hands right up, let me just see. Fantastic. Any students in the room? Any students in the room? Fantastic, good to see. I like having young people in the room as well. Any business owners that wish they still worked for someone else? Any of those in the room? Okay. I don't know what's worse with that, raising your hand or laughing at it. It's like, is it funny that you... see, the reason fun, here's the simple reality. If you're not having fun in business or in money, you're doing something wrong. If money isn't fun for you, you're doing it wrong. If business isn't fun for you, you're doing it wrong. And I'll put it to you in a simple format. Think of this, okay, there's only one airline in America where the employees are allowed to have fun, and it's the only airline that made money through the entire negative period of the economy. Which airline? Now, you all know it, every single one of you knows it. Not one of you in the room said like United or US Scareways or Delta or... No one said that. It was like everyone went to Southwest. Now, here's the important thing about this. See, if you as the owner of the business aren't having fun, your staff aren't having fun. If they're not having fun, your customers aren't having fun. And if your customers aren't having fun, they're not coming back. And that's the simplest thing I can say around having fun. So is it a good idea to have some fun, yes or no? Yeah, by the way, if we have more fun, I teach better stuff, okay? You'll notice I don't have notes, so I just teach whatever comes to my mind. So if you guys are a good audience, I'll teach better shit. So be a good audience and you know, have some fun with me. So my only rule is what? We got to have what? Excellent. Now, I have 4 major goals here this evening, and they're very simple goals.